Hi everyone. Let's talk about the new Insights dashboard in this video. So, in the new Insights dashboard, the goals have been removed and we are entirely relying on the funnel reports. So, as you know, that goals help us track the individual user actions. So, you can create goals to track any of your user actions. Now, these goals that we created, we had added them inside a funnel, and this funnel will help us understand or comprehend the entire visitor journey. So, I can see the conversions between one step to the next step of the funnel and subsequent drop offs in between. Generally, uh, creating goals before creating a funnel could be a little bit tedious because a funnel cannot be created without the goals. So, in the new Insights dashboard, we can directly create a funnel without having to set up goals by adding multiple steps inside the funnel. So, you need to have a specific strategy or roadmap as to how you would like to track your customer journey inside a funnel, and then we can create a funnel accordingly by adding these steps inside it. Now, let's create a new funnel. Let's say this is my sample website and I would like to track the people that visit my homepage as the first step. Then I would like to track out of the people that visit the homepage, how many of them click on the Explore Now button in the second step. In the third step, I want to track the people that go to the products page, and in the final step, I would like to track the visits to the cart page. Now, this could be created within my funnel reports by clicking on Create a New Funnel. Now, I can add my steps accordingly. Now, when you're trying to create a step, VW allows you to track five different types of standard events as a step inside a funnel. So, you could basically track the pages your visitors visit, the clicks that they make, the forms that they submit, their engagement, and the time spent by the visitor on a page. This is an alternative to the goals concept that we had in our old dashboard. Now, let's go over each of them. Let's say I would like to track the visits on a specific page. So I'm going to select the page visit event and enter the URL where I would like to track visits on. So, like we decided, let's track the visits on the index.html page, which is our home page. So, the step one would track the visits on my home page. I can also rename this step accordingly. So I'm going to rename this to homepage visit, and now I'm going to add another step. Now in this step, let's try to track the clicks. Now when you're setting up a click event, you can use this to track clicks on any elements on your website. All you have to do is enter the URL of the page where you would like to track the clicks on, and then you need to specify any one of the following properties. If you would like to track clicks on links, you can use the target URL option. For example, I would like to track clicks on the product link. So you can right click and inspect the link, see if it's within an anchor tag, and the URL where the link points to would be the URL that we'll specify in the target URL option. If the element is not a link, if you would like to track clicks on buttons, input boxes, submit buttons, we could use the IDs or classes or the selector paths. So if you want to copy the selector path, you need to right click and inspect the element where you would like to track clicks on. When the corresponding code is highlighted in the DevTools, we'll have to copy the selector of that element and paste that right here. So if you would like to track clicks on multiple buttons, you can just comma separate the selectors and paste in the next selector accordingly. This way. I can also use the HTML ID or classes, or if you're not able to figure this out, we can also use just the text of the element. Okay, I'm going to rename this. Then the third event that you could basically track is the form submission. So the form submission will allow you to track submissions on any specific form present on your website. All you have to do is enter the URL of the page where the form is present, and then you need to specify the target URL where the form sends the data to. So technically, VW only tracks forms that are present within a form tag, and the form tag needs to have an action or a target URL where it sends the data to. To figure this out, you can right click any form and inspect it. See if it's present within a form tag, and the form tag needs to have an action URL where the data gets sent. It could be a file or server where the form data gets sent to, which you need to copy and paste it in the target URL option. Engagement and page unload will are just generic events with respect to the engagement. Will help you figure out how engaging the web page is depending on your visitors clicks happening. So I'll just open up this article. So depending on the clicks that your visitors makes on links, buttons, input buttons, submit buttons, and images, we will tell you which what is the general engagement on that specific page. So you just have to enter the URL, and VW will figure out the clicks happening on the functional elements on that page. Page unload is the time spent by the visitor or their scroll length on a page. So if I would like to figure out how many people spend greater than 10,000 seconds on the accounts page, then I can set up a page unload event to track that. I can also track how deep my visitors scroll on a specific page. So once you have added all the steps inside a funnel, you can go ahead and hit the create button. So once I create it, I can name the funnel, and I can have a look at my funnel summary. So here we are tracking the people that visit the homepage, and out of the people that visit the homepage, how many people click on the Explore Now button and then fill up the form and submit it, and then how deep the visitors scroll on the accounts page. So the visitors have to satisfy the goals in the funnel in a sequential order. If they skip any steps in between, they will not be tracked inside the funnel. Now, the step 1 would be the audience of the next step inside a funnel. Unlike goals, we don't have the conversion and audience URL inside a funnel report. So instead, the previous step would be counted as the audience. So I'm going to go ahead and click on create. And once I enable the tracking, I will be able to see the data in the reports.